Good morning, everyone. Thanks for watching the Onsen Budgie Smugglers podcast, season 2, episode 13. And I'm here from Kyoto in Japan. And my co-host, Troy Crash, is from North Coast in Melbourne. Good morning, Crash.
Good morning, Yoshi. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thanks, mate.
So, what is the weather like today?
Overcast this morning. I think we're going for a top of 16 here in Melbourne today, but it feels like spring is coming, and the days have been a little warmer in the last week or so.
Nice. What is the plan for, what are your plans for the spring?
Oh, well, Yosh, the footy finals, obviously, always a big
Yeah.
part of spring in Melbourne. So that'll be kicking off in a couple of weeks' time. And yeah, I'll be just enjoying the footy finals and then getting ready for cricket because cricket will start later in the spring.
Nice. Like, do you still play cricket?
Well, still playing social cricket, which is pub cricket, which is a bit of fun. Not too serious, but I still get to have a bat and a bowl.
Nice.
How's the weather in Osaka, mate?
Um,
Oh, sorry,
it
Kyoto. Sorry.
doesn't matter. I prefer Osaka. um, the weather is nice, like a sunny day, but it could be possibility raining in the afternoon. But I should be alright. Like I will have to go to see a doctor and watch the footy in Kyobashi in Osaka today.
Nice.
So, yeah, the the top will get the top of the temperature will be 35, 36 today, which is hot.
Yeah. And you've been out for a ride this morning?
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, I get cooked. If I start later in the morning, that's why we start at 10:30 your time, 9:30 my time. Rather than normal like a 9 your time or 8 my time.
Was it busy out there on the bike this morning? Was there lots of other people out riding?
Nah, it's quiet. That's my that's a bonus as well. Easy.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the highs and lows. What are high and low, please?
I'll start off with my low this week. So last Sunday, I was invited to go along at the MCG for the Breast Care Network Australia, Breast Cancer Network Australia's event, which is to support women and men, I guess, who also can get breast cancer. Support them and remember those that you've lost. And my partner Annabelle passed away earlier this year, and she had breast cancer and then a recurrence of cancer metastases. Came back last year, I guess, and she passed away this year. So it was just there to remember Annabelle and support all those other people who are going through a hard time with breast cancer. So yeah,
Must,
so it was a
it
bit,
must be emotional.
yeah, it was very emotional. So while it was, I guess, nice to be there and support other people, including my friend Leanne, who invited me along, it's also very sad reflecting on, yeah, the pain and suffering and loss of Annabelle.
Yeah, that's really, really emotional. Like, then I feel like, memories and Abel have come back, I think, at the MCG.
Yeah,
It's
so we
really
had some
emotional.
good times there going watching the footy, and I went to the World Cup cricket. Did lots of trips to the MCG, and I guess normally, like I have been on the lucky enough to be out on the MCG a few times for various events, and I guess in those occasions, normally like you're kind of in awe of the ground and the stadium itself, and how
Mhm.
sort of privileged you are and lucky to be out on the MCG.
Yeah,
But this time, really, my thoughts didn't really go to that at all. it really could have been anywhere. I didn't really, in my mind, I wasn't sort of thinking about the MCG.
Yeah, indeed understand.
Yeah.
Then what is the
Um,
high?
sorry, mate.
What is the high?
My high. So yes. Also last weekend, my daughter Tali, who went down to my old football club at West Brunswick to play this year and coached the women's thirds team down there in her first season as a coach. She's only 18 going down there, and probably the youngest player on the team would be about 25 or 26. So a little bit daunting for a young person to coach older women, I'm sure. But she did a really good job all year with the assistance of my brother, Aaron. And they won the premiership last week. So very exciting times, and very proud dad.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah,
Nice
thanks, mate.
news.
Yeah, it was very proud.
Wow. Is is it the first year for her to coach the club?
Yeah. First year coaching. Hopefully, I coached her for many years, so hopefully she learned some good lessons from me.
That's good. Wow. So she's talented in the coaching
Yeah, I
part.
think so. So, and I mean, it's hard. I mean, for most people, it's a little bit daunting to stand in front of 20, 30 other people for the first time and instruct them and try and inspire them and teach them lessons of football. So she really did grow into the job as the year went on, and certainly looked very confident last week in the job, that's for sure. So it was great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, does she play free as well, like as a only coach?
Yeah, so she's playing, but in a not in the same team that she coaches, obviously. So she's playing in a higher grade, and she'll be playing later today. I'll go and watch her. They're playing
Nice.
their last home and away game today. Their finals will start next week.
Ah, beautiful. Nice.
Yeah,
I'm so surprised to hear that, she's not only coaching, but also playing for the club.
at the
Interesting.
same club, but a different team in the club.
Is that like means like in a different division?
Yeah.
Ah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about you, Yosh?
Actually, I start my role like shouldn't be low, might be high, but I have to say, I have to admit that I'm still waiting outcome for the job position. Like I was supposed to get the outcome by yesterday, but nothing happens. So I'm nervous at the moment.
Yeah, that's very understandable. But being involved in these processes, I know sometimes it does take longer than is anticipated by the people doing the interviews for various reasons. But yeah, fingers crossed, mate, that you're going to
Yes,
come
my
through.
yeah. I tried to contact them yesterday by phone, but they didn't answer the phone. Then I checked the websites, like I wanted to have like some solutions and advice, and I didn't realize that I shouldn't have contacted them yesterday because they're supposed to contact me by yesterday. I didn't realize that. It's a good lesson though.
Yeah, good lesson. I mean, I think it is good to be proactive and follow up. It shows that you're keen, but maybe I would have waited till Monday.
I wait on Monday, maybe Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then I'm having another interview on Tuesday.
Good luck, mate. Hopefully that goes
Just
well
my,
too. It'd be
just
nice to
my.
have two jobs to choose from.
Sorry, can you please repeat again?
I said it would be nice to have two jobs to choose from.
Yeah. Then my high is obviously St. Kilda has been confirmed to play finals.
Yeah, very exciting, Josh. Last week when they beat Geelong, I think it was. I was
Yeah,
very
Geelong by
excited for
33
you.
points.
I
Yeah.
was very excited for you. And then I heard after that maybe there was still a chance that they could still miss out.
Yeah.
But I think on Sunday's result with Adelaide and Sydney, I think that locked you guys in, right?
Sunday, actually, West Coast Eagles, upset the Western Bulldogs. Then
Oh yeah,
that's the game, confirmed St. Kilda to play finals.
right. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, uh, so let's move on to the today's topic. What do you got for us?
Today I've got giddy stars in Boomers Cup demolition.
Demolition. Demolition is like, the building work, like some sort of, demolish, demolishing the building, right? The
Yeah,
word?
I'll just give you a clue. This is actually a sports story.
Oh, sorry, yeah, of course, yeah. Boomers Cup must be some sort of the any sports cup, like a World Cup, not a World Cup, but some sort of a regional cup in Australia, right?
It is actually the World Cup. You were right the first time, but it's the World Cup of basketball.
Basketball, right? Right. Boomers like the team of the basketball. Uh, so I understand that the basketball World Cup is held in Japan this week, in Tokyo and Okinawa, or many other places. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Philippines
Um,
too. Yeah,
uh, I guess Boomer player shine to the World Cup or demolition. I don't. It doesn't make sense. It's quite confused now.
yeah. I'll put you out of your questioning here, but so Giddy is an Australian player. So the Boomers is the nickname for the Australian basketball team,
Yeah,
and a boomer is another word for a kangaroo in Australia.
yeah.
So the
Mm,
Boomers are the Australian team at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Japan, and they played against Finland last night,
yeah.
and they beat them quite easily. Which that's what the demolition is. That means that they really made a mess of
Wow,
their team. um,
nice.
and and Josh Giddey is an Australian player that plays in the NBA from Melbourne, and he played very well. So that's the story.
That's good.
But I
Good to
thought it was
hear
quite
that.
quite topical because, yeah, as you said, the World Cup is in Japan. I don't know how far Okinawa is from you, Yoshi.
Quite far away from here, anyway. Like to Okinawa and Tokyo is like quite far away as well. Like it takes about 2.5 hours on the bullet train. Or
Yeah,
for Okinawa, might be couple hours on the plane.
yeah, right. So I don't know. Okinawa is obviously an island, is it? On an
That's
island?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the south,
yeah,
southwest. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, our attention this week has switched from the Matildas in
All
the
right.
Women's World Cup soccer to the Boomers. So
Okay. Are you watching the Pumas playing?
yeah, I really do enjoy basketball at the international level, like when it's
Mm,
one country against another. And Australia is actually quite good at basketball, so I think we're
yeah.
ranked about number 3 in the world. Uh,
Nice.
I think Spain is number 1, USA is number 2, and Australia is number 3. So,
Oh, beautiful. Good luck.
do you watch any basketball, Yoshi?
Uh, Not really. I don't have much time to watch the basketball. Like I have to focus on the today's free in the twilight game.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, what have you got for us with your story this
Yeah.
week?
All right. Married men pose as single on dating apps.
Well, I guess it kind of speaks for itself, but yes, there'd be married men out there on Tinder. Do you have Tinder in Japan?
We do. We do.
Are you on Tinder, Yoshi?
No.
Yeah, so I guess there's no doubt married men out there saying that they're single and trying to get dates and hook up with single women.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Then, unfortunately, a single woman, you know, set up the account because her friend, found that right, the partner on a dating online dating app. Then she dated the unfortunately a married man, and she got pregnant. Then she only found out, the guy she dated was married after the pregnancy. That's horrible story, I can't stand it.
Yeah, I think that kind of thing might happen quite a bit in Australia as well. I don't think that's one just happened in Japan.
Oh, sorry, I didn't, provide any Japanese like news today.
No, that's okay. It's definitely something that's happening in Japan.
Yeah,
But I think that happens everywhere, unfortunately. So,
that's
yeah,
unfortunately, yeah.
it's sad when people can't just be honest about their situation, I guess.
Yeah. Why don't people, provide honest information, or that, don't care about their partners so well? Why do they cheat on their partners? I can't understand. I hate it.
Yeah, it's very sad, mate. It's just there's always going to be those people out there that'll do that. What their motivation and reasoning is, I don't know.
Yeah, you are a caring person, so you don't understand either.
Correct.
No one knows from us anyway.
No.
What we common is like we are caring each other, then we don't understand such kind of circumstances.
No, it's very odd.
Well, unbelievable.
But I think you do have some Japanese lessons for me this week, so I think we should come back to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you left me with a Japanese phrase or question last week, and I've been
Okay.
working on it.
Yeah.
So let me try it.
Yeah, sure.
どこから来ましたか
Nice. Good, good, good. You know the meaning?
meaning where are you from?
Beautiful. Well done.
どこから来ましたか
どこから来ましたか？はい。Nice.
And so my response to that would be Australia des.
That's right. That's right. Beautiful. Well done.
What have you got for me this week?
Right. Today, 何が好きですか？
何が好きですか
何が好きですか？
何が好きですか
何が好きですか？
何が好きですか
ですか？ Yeah.
Right. What does that mean? It's a question, right? Because I've learned that the ka bit on the end means it's a question.
Yeah, sure, 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 sure.
So the question. So we've had who do you barrack for? Or
Yeah.
what team are you supporting? We've had where are you from? What's the question going to be this week?
Guess what?
Um, What do you like to eat?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good answer. Like, but normally, like, what do you like?
Or what
Like,
do you like?
normally, like, if you say what do you like to eat, is we say 何が食べたいですか? Like if you walk around the restaurants and have a look around the menus and thinking about what to eat, then you could ask 何が食べたいですか?
Okay.
Good
I'll
guess.
practice that one and come back to you. I'll see if I can get it right for next time.
Yeah,
Remember.
yeah. Maybe I would send a message like in a for the 何が食べたいですか later to
Thank you.
remember remember
You can give me
the phrase,
yeah,
exact phrase.
excellent.
Mm. Then let's move on to the free talk
Yeah.
and your review of the last two wholesome games.
Yeah, so Hawthorn played Footscray down in Tasmania.
Yeah,
Um, Hawthorn always play pretty well down in Tasmania, so that's a bit of a advantage down there that they sort of are more familiar with the ground than other teams. It's often quite windy down in Tasmania because at the big stadiums in Melbourne these days, there's not much wind sort of gets in. But down there in Launceston, it's still very windy. And I feel
yeah.
like Hawthorn play that better.
Mm,
But yeah, it was a good game down there. Footscray, obviously, in around the 8, hoping to be in the finals. We'll see what happens. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, we played very well and had a good win over Footscray down there. And then last week,
mm,
after the event that I went to at the MCG, was the Hawthorn Melbourne game.
yeah,
It was a beautiful sunny afternoon in Melbourne in winter, so that was nice. Hawthorn played pretty well. Started off, I think, kicked 3 or 4 goals to 1, I think, in the first quarter.
yeah,
But then Melbourne sort of came back, and um, by 3/4 time, it was close. We were still sort of in the match, but then Melbourne sort of took it away from us at the start of the last quarter. And I think Hawthorn, the players really don't have a lot to play for this time of year because they're not going to be playing finals. I think they just took their foot off the pedal a bit, and Melbourne coasted home. So a win and a loss for us the last 2 weeks. And
yes,
the
sir.
Saints had Richmond.
Richmond, yeah. It was a really good game. Like, I expected one time. Actually, we won by like 50 points, 40 points, something like that. Like quick goals, well organized. Um, the speed has come back and playing Max King and Tim Membry together in the forward line works well as well. Like one guy, goes in the contest and try to cut off, then one guy, win the contest, which is really good. Then won by 26 points was awesome. Then last week we played against Geelong and it was a good game as well. Like well organized, beat the odds, like the St. Kilda were not favorite at all. Then well organized again, good speed, like gain advantage, etc. Similar to the game against Richmond. And St. Kilda won by 33 points, which is really good.
Really good because they've got a tough game to finish off this last round, and
Yeah,
they wouldn't have wanted to have to be needed to win this last round to stay in the finals. So now they're in the finals. The pressure's off. They can just play good footy tomorrow when they play.
yeah, like we are playing today actually.
Oh, today, sorry. Yeah.
It's alright. But I want St. Kilda to play like in a good free today to play finals. Otherwise, if we can't establish the quality of the football, then we can't win the game in finals. So it's a test.
It
It's
is
a
a test.
tough game.
I think they will play well, though. I mean, obviously Brisbane are very good, and I
Yeah,
think Brisbane are right up there with Collingwood for mine at their best. They don't always play their best, obviously, but so it is going to be a hard game for St Kilda. But I think they'll be able to play with a bit of freedom today, and that might just be enough to get them over the line against Brisbane if Brisbane are not having a good day.
yeah, just not. Well, let's predict the games in round 24.
Yep.
Then your hosts are playing Fremantle at the
Yeah,
MCG.
yeah, I'll be going down the MCG later on this afternoon to watch this.
No,
Hawthorn have been playing a few of their new players, young players on the list the last few weeks. Looking forward to seeing more of that today. With it's their last game of the season today. Now, after today, the talk will be about who's going to be on the list next year, who's going to be delisted, and who they're looking to recruit. So it's a bit earlier in the season for me than for you, Josh. Hopefully, you don't have to worry about that for another month.
who do you think to win today? Of course,
uh,
Hawthorn.
I think the Hawks might actually get a win here. Yep.
Yeah, like Hawks are playing very well in the last few weeks, so I'm tipping Hawthorn as well.
Good on you, mate.
That's my North Melbourne versus Gold Coast
Now is this down in Tassie or is it in Melbourne?
in Taji.
Yeah, I might go for North Melbourne down there.
Uh, I'm still thinking about Gold Coast to win. Unfortunately, North Melbourne would be winning the wooden spoon.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Brisbane versus St Kilda.
I'm gonna have to pick Brisbane. Sorry, mate. But if they play at their best, they'll beat St Kilda. But as I said, I think the freedom that St Kilda will feel from being in the finals now might be enough to get them there. You never know.
Yeah, actually, technically, it's hard to pick St Kilda, but I have a big hope, big trust, and we need to win the test. Then, in, you know, my passion goes to pick St Kilda.
Fair enough.
I could be a silly person, but I'll pick St Kilda anyway. Geelong versus Western Bulldogs.
I think the Bulldogs will win this game.
Yeah, Bulldogs are finally bouncing back. Geelong are going down, down, down.
Yeah. Mm.
Then West Coast versus Adelaide.
I would like to think West Coast have improved a little as the season has gone on, but Adelaide should win this.
I'm using my Adelaide to win tonight. Then tomorrow games, Port Adelaide versus Richmond.
Port Adelaide just sharpening up their claws for the finals.
Port Adelaide to win as well. Then at the SCG Sydney, Sydney versus Melbourne.
I'm going to go with the Demons there.
I pick Demons as well. Carlton versus GWS.
This may depend a little on whether GWS can still make it coming into that game, which they probably can. I think GWS will win that game.
I'm going Carlton. Carlton are really, really good for me in the last couple, like more, like, couple, last month, last 4 weeks or something like that. And I'm picking cartoon as they're playing at the Marvel Stadium or MCG or in Melbourne, so should be winning, cartoon to win.
All right. So then the next week is a week off for the AFL.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone's going to have a break before the finals
Yeah,
start, and the
yeah,
AFLW season will start as well.
yeah. Are you excited with the AFLW?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good season again this season. I think
Yeah,
last season was a bit tricky because they kind of had 2 seasons in the one year back to back. Everyone
yeah.
was a bit tired, but everyone's going to come in fresh this year, and I think it'll be a really good season.
Yeah, it should be a good season, yeah. Then are you watching the games?
Oh, look, I will. I'll be watching the Hawthorn games, and I'll probably go and watch a few other random games as well. I do enjoy the AFLW.
Oh, beautiful. Nice. Then
Uh,
yeah, go ahead.
the finals, mate. Do we want to talk about finals?
Yeah, it's quite hard to, you know, talk about the finals, like, and who are playing, who venue, etc. At the moment, like, we have to see the outcomes for round 24.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So,
do you think that the eighth spot will be the Bulldogs or the Giants? That's the question.
right. The Sons of the West.
Okay.
Who do you think?
Oh, gee, it's pretty hard. I I think probably both teams are probably going to win. So that's going to leave the Bulldogs a game short. So I think
Yeah,
GWS most likely.
right. If you, if you know the, sorry, the venue and the opponent, like, if GWS, play the finals, then obviously they will have the away final in
Yeah, they'll be
the
playing
first week.
all their finals away. Yeah.
Then do you think again, if GWS win tomorrow, do they face Carlton again?
Yeah, absolutely. They will. Uh,
Rematch around 24.
although, I guess, just looking at it, I think it's possible that they might play St Kilda, right?
Could be depending on if St. Kilda goes to the fifth,
Yeah,
could be St. Kilda versus GWS.
at Marvel Stadium.
Do you think finals are still playing at the Marvel or
I think if it's an interstate team, probably
oh,
yes.
well, interesting. I didn't know that. Always think about these finals are always playing at MCG.
Yeah, mostly, but I think if they expect that there'll be enough capacity at Marvel, that
Yeah.
it's about 50,000. That would be enough for a St Kilda GWS game.
All right. Then if St. Kilda facing the Western Bulldogs, like, then you think the venue could be MCG?
It would be much better, yes.
Right. Interesting.
But who knows? Who knows what the AFL decide?
Of course, yeah. Right. So finals are playing on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then only four
Maybe.
games.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually play the first one on a Thursday night.
Okay. Yeah. makes sense. Then probably we could do a podcast earlier for the finals other than like a regular Saturday morning. What do you think?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I think we wait and see what the draw is, and then yeah, we might do it earlier.
yes, I think that's better. Otherwise, we can't talk about fully much.
That's right, and you're going to be very nervous.
Yeah. Let's see what happens today and tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting for you anyway. Not
Yeah,
so exciting for me.
yeah, of course, you're a Houston supporter. I understand the pain.
Yeah, that's all
Um,
right. We'll have our turn next year.
yeah. Right. So let's hope your team and our teams are winning today and enjoy the finals fully.
Absolutely, Josh. Good to talk to you, mate.
Yeah. Good to talk to you, mate. So thanks for watching, everyone, and see you in 2 weeks or maybe less than 2 weeks.
See ya.
Yeah.